If you're looking to reach out to local businesses that don't have a strong presence on LinkedIn, it's going to be difficult for you to find the people and their email addresses on databases like Apollo and ZoomInfo. The solution is to be able to scrape Google Maps. This is going to be your largest directory of local businesses where you can get access to so much more data than any other database you could have. The only problem is the current solutions on marketplaces like Appify.com to scrape Google Maps can get really expensive once you're scraping tens of thousands of listings. So in this video, I want to show you how I built my own Google Maps scraper that can be added into Google Sheets using SerperDev that allows me to scrape Google Maps for completely free and how you can do the same. I'll include all the resources below that you can take and even copy paste and start implementing yourself. So I'm just going to jump into the screens and show you how I did it. So just to begin, we're on Appify.com and this has 218,000 total users using this specific scraper. And you're going to be paying $4 per 1,000 listings. So every 25,000 listings, you're going to be spending $100. Here on SerperDev, when you sign up for free, you get 2,500 free queries, and each query gives you 10 listings. So you get 25,000 free listings. That's a free $100 right here. So what do you need? You're going to need to click sign up and create an account on SerperDev. And once you go in there, you just click on API keys, and there'll be an API key for you to copy that you're going to need later. And just to give you context, this was built using Serpers here is for Google Places, and it's their JavaScript, and I built an app script off of that. This here is the app script. The only thing you need to do is you need to just open this up. It's going to be at the bottom of the video as well. And you just want to scroll down to the bottom and just Control C. Once you do that, the only thing you need to replace is here. You need to just enter your API key here from SerperDev and leave these two quote marks on the side there. So you just literally copy it in there, and that's all you need to do. You just copy that. Then you're going to go to this Google Sheet. That's also going to be at the bottom of this video. And this Google Sheet here, shout out to Eric Noslowski for providing all of these locations. These are all the locations in the US by county, state, and country that are we going to use while scraping Google Maps. And the only thing you need to do is just change the query here. If you want real estate agents, you want to type tattoo parlors, you want to type roofers, whatever it is you want to find, you just type it in here and it's going to automatically update in this sheet here. So as you can see, the formula is just A2 plus B2. And it's just a string of these two together. Then to actually use this app script, what you need to do is you need to come into Google Sheets and you need to then click on app scripts. Once app scripts loads, so I just need to blur this out as I have my API key here, but you will just, this will be completely blank, but you will just copy in and copy paste this in. And this is exactly the same app script that was already there. You're going to click save and you're going to click run. That's it. It will tell you you need to approve some permissions. You just click OK. And then once you've clicked saved and run and it's ready to go, you can click X and then just click refresh. Once you click refresh on your Google Sheets, you will see Serper pop up here on the side. Now that you have this query, let's say I want to find real estate agents, the only thing you need to do now is click on Serper and run page 1, 2, or 3. What this means, if you want to run pages 1 and 3, is you want to scrape page 1, 2, and 3 for this term. Each one will have 10 listings. You can scrape page 4, page 5, page 6 as well if you want. The reason why I built it this way, to have only pages 1 to 3, is because if you're reaching out to local businesses and let's say you want to make sure that they're at least of a significant size for you to be able to sell something to them and that they can afford your services, or maybe you even just want to purchase that business, you need to know that they have a significant size. And the closest determinant to revenue on Google Maps is the amount of Google reviews that they have. You can't scrape for revenue, but you can scrape for Google star rating and Google reviews. So let's just say you wanted at least a business with at least 50 Google reviews or 100 Google reviews. Most of these businesses that have at least 50 or 100 Google reviews are going to be on page 1, 2, or 3. That's why I haven't built it to go past page 4, 5, and 6. If you wanted it to, go to page 4, 5, and 6. All you need to do, copy this whole thing, put it in ChatGPT, and say, keep everything the exact same. I just want to scrape also page 4, 5, and 6, and return me back the entire JavaScript to go paste back in Google Apps Script. And then go and copy and paste it and put it back into the Apps Script, save, and it will update. And tell it to give you new buttons as well for 4, 5, 6, and then pages 1 to 6. Now that I click this, it's going to create 2 new tabs below. It's going to say run logs as well as the results tabs. So run logs is just saying it started, and results tab, now it's starting to scrape all of the businesses that I wanted. So this was real estate agents. As you can see, we've got the name, we got the original query, the city and county and the state that they're in. This CID here is automatically deduplicated, which means that there's not going to be a single duplicate of CID in here. That's already written into the Apps Script. The company name, the address, the phone, rating, and rating count. So rating count is the amount of Google reviews, rating is the Google star reviews, this is their company phone number and their website. And as you can see here, it will tell you which page it was fetched on, and it's just running the script. So it's pretty cool that you can scrape all these businesses directly out of Google Maps. And what's also great is it's going to create these 2 columns, these 3 columns here on your first one, which is going to say whether it's done or not. The reason why I built it like this is if this scraper stops midway or you click cancel midway, like this, I've clicked cancel. Now when I run it again, it's not going to run all 3 of these rows because it's only going to start where it already left off. It already knew that we had already scraped these 3 rows. So now it just starts from where it left off. If it didn't have that, it would scrape back at page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it'd be a waste of credits. So now that you have and then just go back to run logs when it's finishing. I clicked cancel, so it just says run started twice. But once it finishes 200 rows at a time, it will say run complete. So it will go page 1 to page 2, page 3, and we'll run 200 rows each, and then it'll complete. And then you have to run it again. And this is because Google Apps Script will time out, I think, after 20 minutes. I made it very conservative to do 200 rows each. It doesn't take 20 minutes. But you can also then put it back into ChatGPT and tell it to increase the amount of rows per run from 200 to 400 or 600, whatever you like. And once you actually have this entire list, what do you actually need to do with it, right? So to find the actual email addresses, because we want to actually reach out to these people. Once you have these websites, so first you can filter out for rating count. You can just put a filter on this entire thing and just get rid of anything less than 100 reviews. And then once you want to find the email addresses associated to these websites, you have quite a few solutions based on your budget. If you don't have any budget at all, or let's say you have a premium ChatGPT or Perplexity account, what you can do is download the CSV and put it into Perplexity and say, please go and find me all of the email addresses on their main website. So scroll and try to find the info at the generic email. Or you could put this into a database like Hunter, or you could put this into Apollo. Now that you have a list of websites, you can put this entire list of websites into Apollo to see if you can find the owner's emails or the head of sales or head of marketing. Or you could even put it into Clay. So if you have a Clay account and I believe to use your own open API key is $149 per month. So what you can do is you can use a Claygent, and it's the same thing. You'll prompt the Claygent to go to the website and find the generic info at email the same way that you would with Perplexity or with ChatGPT. It's just that with your API key connected, you can just do this at scale and run tens of thousands of rows. With the ChatGPT account, if you try to upload a CSV that's too big, it's not going to run all the rows. But in Clay, with your API key connected, it will run all the rows, and you'll be able to find the emails of all the generic companies. A lot of people also don't want to reach out to generic emails. What I've found is when these are smaller companies, let's say they're like 10 to 15 people, it's usually a decision maker who's actually looking at the generic email anyways. So we've seen great results with this. And also in Clay, you can also just have a database at the beginning. You can try to find the owner's email on a database like Prospeo, ICPs, find email, lead magic. And then if you can't find one, then you can opt to find the generic email inside of ClayGent. So if you guys want to see something more detailed like that, I'm happy to make another video. Just put a link in the comments. But just wanted to share here how you can scrape Google Maps for completely free with this app scraper, app script, and this Google Sheets, and a free Serper .dev account. Hope you guys found that useful. If there are any other types of videos that you'd like to see, put them down in the comments. I'm happy to make them. Thanks.